Guys, Danny Alvarez here with cellphonius.com, bringing you the latest news and views that you can use. Well, I got to thinking about something that has been bothering me a lot. It's been a topic of discussion in many blogger sites and podcasts, and especially techie podcasts, and why should I be the exception, right? After all, it's something that's relevant to all of us. See, back in the day, you can go to the store and pick up a book, like this one here, maybe at the local bookstore, and you might buy it for $15, $17, $20. Keep the book, read it several times until you get tired of it, and all of a sudden you say, you know what? I'm not going to read this anymore. I'm going to sell it. So you have a little garage sale, you throw it in your little pile of things, and that $17 book may become a $1 or $2 book. Well, imagine if the content creator of this book came back to you and said, hey, you sold it for $2. Where's my cut? You'd look at him like he was crazy, wouldn't you? Well, you wouldn't be alone. Everybody would do that. But you see, content creators now are doing precisely that. They're asking the government to give them a cut out of every resold item that has been sold. For instance, you go now to Amazon.com or Google Play Store or even the iTunes Store to purchase a book. And once you get that book in PDF form, a digital form, you read the book and whatnot, but now you can't place it on your personal computer and then say, hey, you want this book? Yeah, I know it's $9.99 on the Google Play Store, and maybe $11.99 on the iTunes Store, as it turns out to be generally the case. And let's be fair then and say $3.99 on Amazon. Well, what happens is that you can't grab that digital book and resell it to somebody because you don't have the right to sell that publication, even though you actually purchased it. And so the question is, when you go to the website like Google Play, iTunes, or the Apple, Amazon.com, and buy digital content, are you really buying digital content, or are you in fact purchasing a license to access it? Now, I don't know if you've read the fine print, but the fine print states that you cannot resell this digital content. So are you truly buying the ebook, the music file, the song, the CD? In that case, you could place that personal copy of the MP3 song that you purchased. Now, Old MacDonald had a farm. You'd grab that music file, you place it on a CD, and you could resell it, or hey, put it up on Craigslist and just email it to somebody, reproduce. Or get that reproduced, meaning you reproduced it by putting it in a CD and now sending it to somebody. You're saying, hey, I bought this huge library on iTunes and I'd like to, sell it to somebody. Like somebody would sell their collection of CDs or DVDs or VHS cassette players, or cassettes rather. What about this situation? I am a pretty wealthy guy and I decide to buy up a very large amount of content on iTunes. I bought it. Now, after I die, I can't necessarily gift it to my son if I read the fine print. How can I transfer my whole content library to his account? Because I want to bequeath it to him. I want to leave it to him. It's impossible due to copyright law that exists today, and content creators wanting to get a cut out of every reproduction or every instance that this electronic file moves hands. So what do you think about this? Do you think it's a fair thing to do? Do you think you should be able to actually own your content? I just bought Frozen on Google Play Store. $19.99 for HD, $14.99 for SD. I have a child. Now, what about when she gets tired of watching Frozen? And I paid $14.99 for this movie that I can't necessarily put into a DVD and say, she's tired of watching it, let me put it in the next garage sale and get $5 for it. I can't do that by law. Isn't that interesting? What do you think about it? Write us in at cellphonius@gmail.com. Check us out. Always, of course, subscribe and like this video on youtube.com or cellphonias.com. This is Danny Alvarez checking out.